I love my women clients and I love my women followers. I also love my men clients and I love my men followers more than anything. What I will say is that lately I've been getting tons of hate mail from both women and men who are saying either the system favors men and the father, they get away with everything. And then I also get emails from the He-Man Women Haters Club almost on a daily basis saying that the system favors mothers and that they have no shot at it. I will tell you, you need to get out of this type of thinking and step into your power. And we're going to talk about how to do that in today's video.
He-Man Woman Haters Club.
My name is Wendy Hernandez and I'm a Phoenix family law attorney and I'm also the creator of Command the Courtroom. I have been creating these videos for you for about 7 years now and I love doing them. That's my way of giving back to the world. And when I started doing them, I wanted to do them because there's so many people out there who just feel lost and overwhelmed and paralyzed by the family law and the court system. I guarantee there's a video on the Command the Courtroom channel that's going to help you. I have many followers who tell me that they binge watch the videos. So scroll through all the videos. There are hundreds of them. And if you like any of them or if any of them help you, please give them a thumbs up. The thumbs up helps me find other people who need my help. And it also motivates me to keep making the videos. I like you. I like feedback. I like positive feedback. I like hearing from you that a video helped. So let's dive into the topic of the day, which is about mindset. As I stated in the introduction, I get emails from both moms and dads who say the system favors the other one and that there is just no winning. And one thing you have to remember is that if you're involved in a family law case, if somebody's filed a lawsuit against you, then you are in the system and you have absolutely no choice about whether to be there. You do have a choice about what you're going to do. And like one of my clients told me the other day, he said, either we can be part of the solution or we can be part of the problem. So you have to make a decision. Are you going to be part of the problem or are you going to be part of the solution? And you can either participate in this litigation or you don't have to. And if you don't participate, then as I've said in other videos, then you're probably not going to end up getting what you want. A default judgment is going to be entered against you. Something not good is going to happen if you don't participate, if you don't respond to petitions, if you don't respond to motions, if you don't show up for court, if you're not participating in your kids' lives or showing that you want to participate, nothing good can come of it. So now that we've established that, I hope you're going to participate. And if you're going to participate, then you have a choice about the mindset that you're going to have as you participate. Now you can be super negative. You can be a Debbie Downer about your case, about the system, about your ex, about the other attorney, about everything. You can choose to do that, but you have to ask yourself, is that really going to help you where you need to go? And I certainly have moments of feeling down. I certainly have days when I'm a Debbie Downer. I feel beaten down sometimes. I feel like the system is unfair or certain judges are unfair or that we get a bad ruling that was not fair. But I don't stay in that place too long because I don't have a choice. Like I have to do the best job for my client and you have to do the best job for your children. So make the choice that you're going to show up and you're fully going to participate and that you're going to have the best attitude about this that you can, that you're not just going to cop out and say, yeah, the system favors mothers or the system favors fathers. So why even try? That is a cop out. You have to try. So I'm going to give you hopefully a little pep talk with some of my best tips for not being a victim in your case and showing up with power and with confidence and with a positive mindset. So the first step in keeping power in your case is understanding what your rights are. And that is what this channel is about, is knowing what your rights are, knowing what is at stake, knowing what is important to present to the judge, knowing what kind of information to collect, knowing what the law in your jurisdiction says. Binge watch these videos, figure out what's important, go to your law library, look at your statutes, Google. There's so many resources available to you so you can know what your rights are. Once you understand your rights, then it helps you feel a sense of calm. It does, because you're like, okay, I can do this. I know what I need to do. I know what evidence is important. I know what I need to gather. I know what I need to present represent. And then you get to work doing it. And action beats overwhelm every time. Whenever I feel overwhelmed in my life, if I take a tiny little action, I don't care how small it is. It could be picking up a phone. It could be working out my frustration by exercising. I always feel better. So the act of understanding where you stand, what the law says, what your rights are, and what you need to do is going to help you feel more power in your case. Number two, you have to build a strong support network. It could be a clergy member, it could be a priest, it could be a counselor, a therapist, it could be your mother, it could be your sister. There's any number of people that could comprise your support network. But make sure that they're people who fully support you, who help you feel confident, who boost you up when you need a boost, who are honest with you and tell you things that you may not want to hear and are always there for you. Having that support network around you is going to help you feel more power because yes, there are times when you're going to feel really alone through this process. There are times when you're going to feel like you're the only person who's ever gone through this. You're going to feel like your whole world is at stake. Your relationship with your children is at risk of being lost. You're going to feel all of those things because that's what you're going through. But if you have people around you who tell you, who can give you an objective opinion about what's happening and about maybe you're exaggerating, maybe you're blowing things way out of proportion, and they can help you see what's real, and you're going to stay on track. That support network is going to help you stay grounded, and it's so important for you not to do this alone. The Command the Courtroom community is a great support network. I see people leaving comments on the videos and other people boosting them up and saying, good job, or don't give up, or I did this. So build yourself up with like-minded people who believe in you, who believe in your relationship with your kids, and who can tell you that you need to keep going, even when you don't feel like you can. All right, point number 3, which is something that I touched on at the very beginning a couple minutes ago, and that is actively participating in your case. And this is whether you have an attorney or not. Like in the past, I've had clients who just kind of bury their head in the sand, and I have to beg them to come out. And I care about these clients, and I care about their cases, and I care about their kids, but there's not a lot I can do if my client is not working with me, if they're not participating with me, if I'm having to beg them for information, or if I'm having to beg them to get involved. Now, if you don't have an attorney, then it is really up to you to be self-motivated and participate in your case and keep track of the deadlines and keep track of all the things that you have to do and keep pursuing the information that you need and keep giving the information that you're required to give. Like, you have to do this. And so many people do it. I'm telling you, if you don't have an attorney, you can do this. You just have to, I say this a lot, you have to roll up your shirt sleeves and you have to hit the books, and you can do it. Participating in your case and being consistent about it is going to help you feel like you have some power. Like, you're going to feel that you have control over your life as opposed to letting life just happen to you. All right, so you have to celebrate the small stuff too. Small stuff happens all the time in cases, and it may not be like you get this great ruling from a judge every week. But for me, like, I've been working on a motion, and I love writing. I love working on motions. And yesterday I finished up the first draft of the motion. I have to clean it up and put the cherry on top today. But after I worked on that motion for a few hours and I read it, I'm like, dang, that feels good. Like, it feels good to put my heart and soul into something and to do the best job that I can. And that was like my small victory, was just like a hardworking day where I did my best work on a motion. And I celebrated with a drumstick. I love ice cream. That's probably my favorite food of all time. Any type of ice cream sundaes, caramel sundaes, drumsticks, ice cream bars. My celebration was an ice cream because I did hard work on that case. If you have finished propounding discovery requests, you're drafting discovery requests. And by the way, if you don't know what a discovery request is, check out this other video on Command the Courtroom about discovery requests. Get familiar with discovery requests because they're tools that can really help you uncover information about your case. But if you've just finished propounding discovery requests on the other side and got them sent off, and you're like, yes, I'm going to be getting information that I need in about 40 days, 45 days, that is a victory because you're doing something. Celebrate it. Celebrate getting out out of bed in the morning, because let's face it, sometimes you're not going to feel like it. You're going to feel like staying in bed all day and just forgetting about what's happening. But if you get up and you motivate yourself to do something, that is worth celebrating. You are in the game, you're participating, celebrate it. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is being positive versus being negative. And I generally think of myself as a pretty positive person, but when I listen to myself every day, and sometimes I make an effort to do that, and the types of things that I am telling people, I realize that I still have a lot of negativity in my life. For some reason, it is funner to complain than it is to not complain. And I don't know what that's about. I need to get to the bottom of it. But when somebody asks how I'm doing, instead of saying, oh, these allergies are driving me crazy, like I can't breathe right now, I can't sleep, I'm mouth breathing, it's ridiculous. Why not focus on the positive? Like, I am here, I am upright, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm getting out into the world, and I'm helping people. Like, that feels better than complaining. So yes, we're allowed to complain. Yes, we're human. I'm not saying be a Pollyanna, but maybe can you try to be a little more positive than be negative? So maybe instead of saying that the system is rigged, that judges and lawyers are crooked, you say to yourself, you know what? I've heard those rumors, but I'm going to give this my best shot. I'm going to prepare the case to the best of my ability. I'm going to keep an open mind, and I am going to be open to the possibility that this could go my way. That feels better than being a victim to the system, than being a victim to the outcomes that other people have had. You take control, you frame your life, you frame the narrative of your case. Don't let the other side frame it. Don't let the other side dictate what you're going to present. You decide what you're going to present. And what you're going to present is that you're a great parent and you deserve to be with your children. Speaking of which, the best interest factors, that is like the guiding light, the golden rule for me. If you haven't already checked out the best interest checklist, you need to download it now. Comment on this video and tell me how you're going to move more into being powerful in your case versus being a victim. I love you all. Moms, I love you. The He-Man Woman Haters Club, I love you. I'm here to help you. Remember to keep on trucking, and until next time, get out there and command the courtroom.